Alright ladies, I'm going to be covering two different issues in this video. The issue of Maca Root, which I've been seeing a couple of videos out there on YouTube saying if Maca Root can give you a bigger butt or not. I really want to get into that issue. As well as the issue of isolation workouts on the butt and what that really does to your butt. Does it make it bigger? Shape it? What is exactly the benefit of doing isolation workouts for the butt? And also depending upon which body shape you currently have. So enjoy the video. If you have any questions, obviously leave them below. Or you can send me a personal message on my YouTube channel if you don't feel comfortable leaving a message below.
The Maca Root, the plant supposedly to give you a bigger butt. Now where do I start on this issue? Where do I even begin on this crap? The Maca Root that is going to root you a bigger butt. If only it were true. This is probably the most bullcrap I've ever heard. The Maca Root powder and the Maca Root pills, the supplement, the extract, the herbal crap. Maca Root itself is not going to give you a bigger butt. You're not going to go from this flat, kind of small butt to this Beyonce type of butt over here. It's not going to happen. Ain't going to happen. The Maca Root is from the radish family. That's right, the radish family. Now, the only way you're going to get a bigger butt is if you take a direct steroid injection to the glute. That's going to go right to your pituitary gland. That's right, the pituitary gland is part of your endocrine system, and that's what's actually going to grow your muscles. A bunch of other unwanted side effects. Actually, steroids is the fastest way for a female to turn into a male. So, you want to stay away from steroids. Now, the Maca Root, throughout history, has been known to be an aphrodisiac because it helps increase the estrogen levels of females, which is what turns it into an aphrodisiac. It also helps regulate your testosterone levels too. It increases your fertility, regulates your menstrual cycle, and increases your energy. But nothing about getting a bigger butt. That ain't gonna happen with the Maca Root. So where does this myth come from? What's this crap? Well, these people are saying that you're gonna get a bigger butt by taking Maca Root. Maca Root, like I said, helps the endocrine system. Your endocrine system consists of your pituitary gland. Your pituitary gland helps with muscle growth. It secretes hormones which lead to weight gain. Now, not everybody's going to be able to gain weight just by taking Maca Root. If you are able to gain weight, though, you're going to be gaining it based upon your genetics, based upon your body composition. I know a lot of people are going out there, he's talking about body shapes again. It's very important, and it's very related to this video, and it's also very important that you know what you're going to look like when you gain weight. I'm going to take an example here of an apple. She's 38, 29, 34. So she's an apple because she has the minimum 4-inch difference between her bust and her hip size. Obviously she could be larger, 5, 6, 7-inch difference. Pears are exactly the opposite. So she goes from a 34 hip size to a 38 hip size. Her bust size also increases to 42, but her waist also increases to 32 because she's not an hourglass. She wants to look like an hourglass. She has the 38 and she's close to it, but she can't be an hourglass because hourglasses can maintain the 29 if they were to get bigger. They could have maintained that 29 waist. But she's an apple, she can't maintain it because that's not the way her genetics or way her body works. So she's going to go to a 42, 32, 38 measurements. And so she has the unwanted waist of 32 now at an average height of female of 5'5". So that's why it's important that you know your body shapes. In my last video, hourglass video, I know there's a lot of confusion in my video. I wasn't trying to say that females are not hourglass shape. Every female has an hourglass type of shape. At least a 1 or 2 inch different indentation in their waistline. Every female is kind of like that. I was trying to say, do you genetically have an hourglass body? Do you store mass in your waistline? I was showing you the hourglasses in that video, and they don't store mass in their waist. That's what I was trying to get at in that video. Now, it's about you accentuating what you have, what your attributes are at your shape. So if you're an apple like this girl, your bust line is your attribute, obviously. You want to accentuate that and get the nice slim waist. If you're a pear, your lower body is where you want to accentuate. You want to make sure you have nice trimmed thighs and a nice shaped butt that's not too large, but you want to keep obviously your size there, but not overabundance in size. And that's what you want to do if you're a pear. If you're hourglass, you just need to make sure your thighs don't get too big and your lower waistline, which is below your belly button, kind of like that pouch area, you want to keep that nice and trimmed. And if you're a banana rectangle, you just want to make sure you stay trim and your waistline stays as trim as possible, and you're slim. That's it. That's all I was trying to state in the video. So hopefully there's no more confusion on the different body shapes. Isolation workouts. I want to get into spot training. Females that are thick and trying to do isolation workouts, these hip thrusts, these butt blasters, stuff like this. For thin females like this, you can see a thin female like this. There's an ordinary one right here. These isolation workouts aren't going to do any good. First of all, look at her butt. Her butt is already pretty good shaped. It's pretty round. It's pretty perky already. Her legs are pretty thin. So doing isolation workouts aren't really going to do this girl any good, or girls like this girl any good. If you want thicker legs like this, you want a fuller butt like this. See how it's fuller on the outside of the sides of the butt? Same thing with this girl here. It's fuller on the outside of the sides of the butt. Butt is still not any larger, but it's fuller. So it appears bigger. You're going to have to deadlift and squat with heavy weights. And so a girl like this will benefit from heavy weights, doing deadlifts and squats. Now, but wait a minute, B. If I already have good size and I want a larger size, how do I do that? So for girls like this, that look like this, see how her legs are a little bit, see, I'll zoom in a little bit here to show her thighs. You can see her thighs are a pretty good size already. They're thick already. So she doesn't want her thighs to get any bigger. So a girl like this has to be pretty comfortable with her size of her butt already, because she's not really going to want to do squats and deadlifts with heavy weight. It's not going to do her any good because her thighs are going to get bigger. So this girl right here has to be comfortable with her size already. She just has to want the shape. So doing isolation workouts will be very good for doing shape. Hip thrust is actually a good way of sucking your butt in, actually. So if you do it too much, actually, it'll make your butt a little smaller because it sucks your butt in so much. But you can go from kind of a sloppy butt to a more round-shaped butt. Now, if you already have that round-shaped butt, like that, kind of like that girl was already pictured there, her butt was pretty round already, actually. Then obviously you need to know when you've reached your superiority. Now, if you're not feeling it when you're doing squats, a lot of people feel like they ain't feeling it when they squat. They ain't feeling it in their glutes. You got to go low. You got to go below parallel if you want to feel it in your glutes. I guarantee you'll feel it in your glutes when you start going low like this. Go low, below parallel. You'll feel it in your glutes. Maybe not right after, but a few days later you will. Otherwise, you're not doing enough weight. There you have it.